Hey, good morning.
Morning, John.
You guys.
Hey, Rod,
Hey, Rod.
are you going to the GoPro? Are you in there?
No, I didn't make it this year.
Oh, okay. Just curious. Yeah, it's freaking awesome though.
Yeah, wow. And I guess it's on, so it's on a full day today again?
Yeah, another 12 hours.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I went from noon yesterday till midnight, almost like quarter till midnight.
Good for
For
you.
me, for me anyway. I mean, they're on Pacific time.
Right. Right, wow. Yeah, so that's 3 12-hour days?
Yeah, well, close to it. I think they said it's around 25 hours worth.
Wow.
Well, it's 12 hours, but you know, they get a 2-hour break, one for lunch, one for dinner, a few 10-minute breaks. But it comes out to be close to 30 hours worth of stuff. Or no, it wouldn't
That's
be
good,
that.
though.
Yeah, it's about 25 hours, I think.
Wow. And no one's there in person, right?
Everybody's in person.
No, I mean, in
The
person,
speakers are in person, and like the $1 Million Club and people like that are in person.
like in the audience or?
On the stage, and then behind them they have the big Zoom walls going.
Oh,
All the
okay.
cameras.
Oh, wow, I'll have to see it. I've
Well,
seen
I
it where
can-
they did it where it was all virtual.
Well, it's all virtual except for the stage. And of course, they've got Eric Worre on stage,
Yeah,
and all the speakers are out there.
on
They
stage.
come out. Yeah, they come out and speak individually. Today, I think today it'll be Jessie Ward. No, she was on the other day. I'm not even sure who's on today, but it'll be another great day. They had, what's her name? Black woman. I gotta go through all my notes to find her name. Linda or
There's no
Lisa
live
somewhere.
audience?
Pardon?
Is there no live audience?
No, it's all virtual.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's what I was asking. So no one's there live.
No, I'm trying to. I've got some of it recorded. I didn't record that one woman for her whole presentation. I did a couple screenshots. I did record the hour and a half of the 90-day run plan strategy
Okay,
framework. So I've got that. It's uploading to YouTube now.
okay, yeah, that's what I'd
it's
like to see. for sure.
Well worth watching.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's only, I started that an hour ago. It's only at 77%. When I get it, I'll send you over the link. Of course,
Wow.
stuff like that is copyrighted, so you can't share it out everywhere.
right, exactly. Just have to share it privately.
But then they have, they're doing the 2022 Accelerator Program, which is $10,000.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah.
I got an email on that.
Well, I'm not at the level to go into that. If things move along in the first quarter of this year, I may do it next year, because they're going to have like Tony Robbins speaking once every month. They'll have an individual speaker coach. They're going to have Tony Robbins. They're going to have Branson, Sir Richard Branson, one month.
That's
All
cool.
these huge names each month, and then they do personal training.
Yeah,
And along with that price, Eric Worre is going to have a special 90-day run package where he's actually coaching. I mean, you can play him and he'll be like right there with you, coaching you through each day of a 90-day run. So, I'm just curious. Mark didn't write anything last night, so I'm curious if he pulled the trigger on that, because this would be something that he could actually do. He's
right.
at that level.
Oh, I see. Yeah, and you probably had to do it right away to take care.
You have until tonight to buy into it.
Okay.
You can make payments, but it's like $9.97 a month for 12 months.
Wow.
So you better be getting your freaking money's worth out of
Yeah,
it.
you better
But
be.
they had the other speakers coming up saying that some of these people were building their business. They had teams of a couple hundred that maybe folded, or something happened in life and they ended their company. They had to restart. So last year they jumped into the accelerator, and their business is like at $750,000 now, or over $1 million within a year of following this framework and doing what Eric teaches. It's phenomenal. But it takes,
Then it's worth the 10 grand, right? To
if you're gonna make $1 million, it's certainly worth 10 grand.
make $1 million. Yeah.
But the only way you make $1 million is you get in there and you plug away for, 16 hours a day and start building the teams.
Yep.
Now, very few people are going to do that.
Well, there'll probably be a few though.
Oh, there'd be a few. I mean, just like
Not
people on stage.
60,000. How many were there? 60,000 or something?
Oh, over 65,000 people
65,000. So wow.
at $300, and some of those people are paying $2,000 for the VIP package. Yeah, the guy brought in 5 million, 10 million, whatever he's got to bring in off this thing.
Right. Plus the monthly thing if you upgrade.
But he was saying, everybody thinks all this money comes to us. He goes, it really doesn't. Look at the speakers we have. Tony
I know
Robbins.
he's got to pay everybody.
Tony Robbins didn't come in and talk for free for 4 hours.
His overhead is phenomenal.
Right. Plus the studio is, what did he say? 10 million, 20 million or something?
Oh,
to
it's
build it?
unbelievable. They showed the back of it. They were walking around showing it. Just
State of the art.
councils of TV screens and all these monitors and people working, and
Yeah,
pretty big
make all-
event.
Make that happen for sure. But he had the vision, right? He had the vision, hey, to set that virtual studio
Yeah,
up.
I've got 10 pages of notes now, along with a couple recordings I did off my phone. And it's just unbelievable, the amount of information. I am so hyped up, ready to go. I can't wait to talk to Mark, because I know he's feeling the same way.
Wow, awesome. Yeah, I could
We
sense
want to
that.
do this. We want to do this 90-day run, and I'm preparing mentally and of course physically to do this. And
Yeah.
it doesn't matter if you do a 90-day run, if you do it 2 hours a day, 4 hours a day, 6 hours a day, 16 hours a day. But the time that you're doing it, you actually work. You actually do what is presented to do.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
contacting people, you're reaching out, and all these leaders say, in the first 30 days of a 90-day run, don't expect big results. You might pick up a few people come into your organization, but the main thing is that you're making all these calls. You're doing 100 calls a day, messaging, phone calls, Zooms. You're planting the seeds. By the second month, these people start rolling in.
Mhm. Cool.
So I'm gonna hopefully work with Mark and whoever else is gonna be serious about doing a 90-day
Yeah, I'm
run.
serious about it. So for sure. What,
And-
how long is that? Is that part of the video? The 90-day plan?
Yeah, the
Like how many
framework,
hours of video is that?
hour and a half.
Hour and a half. Okay, perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, as soon as it's uploaded, I'll send you a link to it so you can
Okay.
go over it. And he's got it all listed out, what you prepare for, what you do. He's not telling you exactly how to do it, but he's giving you the structured framework.
That's fine.
If you want to know exactly how to do it, that's what you pay for the coaching.
Right. But do you need any of the stuff that you learned all over the weekend to tie into
Well,
that?
all the different points, aspects, motivation, all these things that people are talking about, if you've written your notes down, which I have, you can put that all together and start using it.
Right.
But again, a lot of people are not going to do that. You go in these breakout groups and talk to people. I only met one person, which we're friends on Facebook now, which she's young, but she's sharp. And she's built her team. She's got like 200 people in a insurance thing. So it works. And she went through this last year. But after watching Ray Higdon I didn't watch him that long. Ray's kind of quirky. I mean, he's good, but Eric, if you want to learn how to market, how to talk to people, you got to follow Ray. Oh, the other one I did record was
You gotta follow Eric.
the other one I did record, which I'll upload, is Eric says, I'm going to do the shootout at the OK Corral, and I'm going to bring these leaders. So he had Jesse Lee, he had Tom Chenault, and he had two other people, I forgot their names, came out and started the objections about why you don't want to be in network marketing. It's a scheme, it's a scam, you're sucking people dry for the money, blah, blah, blah. And Eric is just shooting these people down. And Jesse Lee's being a real bitch. I mean, she's like the objectionist from hell. I mean, I got irritated with her, but Eric's just calmly saying, look, you do this, and this is why network marketing is so great, and nobody's forcing you to do it. And if you follow his script about how to overcome these objections, there is no way that somebody could say, I don't want to join you because it's a pyramid scheme. No, you just calmly explain why it's not. And it's just fantastic the way he did it. So as soon as I get that recorded, we can watch that. And that would be actually a good one to watch on the Tuesday night for
That's
everybody.
one you're recording now?
And I haven't even started uploading that one yet.
Yeah, the 90-day game plan.
Well, I don't have a lot of time to do anything during these 3 days because you're watching this and taking notes. You can't step away for a moment because you're going to miss something.
Plus you
Well, I
can't.
set up my camera right here in front of my computer. I just put it up like that, and I just record right off my screen, and it comes out great
Oh, well.
because I'm alone in my office here, so it's nice and quiet. I just sit here and watch and write my notes and let it record.
Yeah, wow. That works. Cool. Yeah, because it's good to have at least the good bits. You can't record.
Well,
the
for
whole-
anybody that's going to be serious in this company, we just have to do what we know we have to do what we know has to be done. Whether it's 2 hours a day, again, or whatever time you have to separate it, turn everything off and do the work. So I've started contacting people in the last 2 days. I've got through 6 people now of contacting, reaching out. So I'm just planting the seeds. I'm starting now. The next step will be the pre-launch of the 90-day run, which I'll talk to Mark about. We'll have to get some things together where whoever's going to be involved in this, we got to start putting it out there and getting people to know, hey, we're going to do this. Come join us. This is the time you want to join us. Come in, join us on 90-day run. It'll be life-changing.
Yeah.
And I'm saying life-changing for some of us. If we could bring in 4 people to make the first rank, that will be life-changing in itself.
Yep.
But what if you did this for 90 days? You brought in 100 people under you personally, and those 100 bring in a couple each. Your organization, your personal team could grow to 500 in 90 days so easily.
Yeah.
So I'm going to personally force myself to do what I know how to do. You've seen my little Gotti video before where I'm wearing the gold chains and all that. I'm going to do some videos that are actual, not the chain stuff, but I mean being boisterous, being present, being in demand of, look, this is what we're doing. I'm proud of this company. I'm proud of myself. The people in my organization are all leaders. Come join us. This is the time. If you want to learn how to make money as an entrepreneur online, this is the time to do it. And give them the reasons of why, and why our team, and why our company.
Yeah.
And get the seeds planted. And I'm going to start doing these videos.
Yeah, and maybe even we can use these meetings to review what we're doing, for the 90 days. You know what I mean? Maybe even take clips of those. I'll watch the game plan and see, maybe we could do little clips of it on here.
Boy, and it would be better again. I'm gonna have to get with Mark when this is over today and see if he wants to, like he was saying last week, hey, I want somebody else to take over the meeting. Well, what else is going to happen is Mark is going to have to come out. He will probably say this Tuesday. People, whoever wants to do this 90-day run, you have to commit. You're going to do it. This isn't like, I'm going to do it, and then you do it for 3 days and quit for 2. This will be 90 days continuous. If you've got 2 hours to 16 hours, that's the time you're going to put in. And we're going to hold each other accountable. But to do this would mean that Mark will not be doing those Tuesday night meetings for 3 months.
Okay.
If he's going to, and Mark, if he commits, he's going to be doing 12, 16-hour days.
Yeah, for sure. And then our business is going to explode too, because he'll be working.
Well, whoever joins in this, yes. Whoever doesn't make a commitment can actually run the meetings. Maybe Connie doesn't.
I see. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Or Mark would have to, and this again would take away time from him. He would have to set up like the past meetings we've done as a recording where people can come in Tuesday night, maybe the new people joining, and let them know, hey, we're in our middle of our 90-day run. You want to take a break? You want to learn about this? Come Tuesday night, watch the recordings from previous, and do that for 12 weeks.
Yeah. So maybe here's an idea. Maybe instead of doing clips on these calls, we can get people to watch, go in and watch it privately on their own. And then we can do our own little training discussions every day on that. That gets, gets over the copyright stuff, or we're talking about our own.
Yeah, we can either, if Mark wants, I don't know if Mark recorded that or not, because yesterday morning he had a real hard time getting in.
Yeah, I heard
He
that.
got in a little bit late, and he was asking, hey, did anybody screen record this or that? So that tells me he's not screen recording. I'm sure Eugene is, if he is part of it.
No, he said, no, he's not.
Oh, okay. Tammy did on Friday, I think she recorded. And she goes, well, how would I get that to you? I'm like, Tammy, that's 10 hours of recordings. There's really no easy way of getting that out to anybody.
No.
Just like I said,
but Mark does have the replays, he said. He bought the replays, so at least he'll be able to do
that's
something.
true too.
Right. And I think the most important thing is the 90-day bit, the game plan bit. Don't you agree? That just that, and then I'll still continue to, you know, we can still continue to do these calls in the morning just as a kickstart, and but focused on an action plan. And
Well, only if I can get in and do it. Come the middle of December, the kids leave for a month, but that doesn't mean I'm going to do well, we won't start the actual 90-day until January 3rd.
so that's the
Which will be
next
on-
question. Yeah,
That'll be on Monday.
okay.
It won't be
Okay.
January 1st. It would be the 3rd, which is a Monday. That's when you start. Doesn't mean that you can't start planting seeds now. Start letting people know we're going to do this 90-day. But I need to get with, I haven't spoken to Yanez in a couple months, my graphic design buddy. We kind of butted heads and went our separate ways. But if I contact them and say, this is what I'm doing, he's going to charge me, but I can get some awesome graphics made and start shooting this stuff out. And if anybody in the 90-day wants to do this, we start pumping this out.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I plan on doing probably nightly the presentation. The actual presentation I've done before,
The LifeWave one.
and start inviting people to come to that presentation.
Okay.
Now, there's a certain way of doing this. It's not like you just sit and contact people, wishing and hoping. You contact people and you would say, hey, you know, at 2 o'clock, I'm having this meeting, presentation, whatever. Get your buddies, come in, show up. If you got to do 3 presentations a day, that's what you do. You know, if you get in now and you watch your presentation and then you tell them in there, okay, sign up now, because in the next group's coming in, those people are going to be under you. You're going to start building your team and get them on board to do the same thing and start bringing people in. There's a certain way of doing this. And I know Mark knows a little bit more about it than I do, although Mark is not the MLM builder.
No.
He's
But
kind
he
of
has
learning
to-
also as he goes.
Yeah, he has, and
But
he
he-
has built that on, but yeah.
He's got the technical skills to do it, and he's the hardcore salesman. But I can do video and I can do presentations, so I wouldn't mind doing that. And it doesn't mean I have to do it all the time.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm sure as soon as today's over, he's going to be working on structuring this out for us and see how it goes. But I want to be very much involved in it, because I'm telling you, I'm pumped. I told my wife last night, we talked about it late at night. I said, Lori, you know, how many times have you looked at me and said, why are you doing this? You're not making any money. I mean, over the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Well, number one, she doesn't know that I do make money. I don't tell her some of the money I bring in. It's my money.
Yeah.
But the LifeWave is, I've got this structured under her name. And she's like, well, I only got a few $100s on the credit card. I said, don't worry about the money. Don't worry, it's going to come. But through the 90-day run, I said, if I do this 90 days, that means you got to take the dog out. You're cleaning the house. You're doing the laundry. You're bringing me food. I don't have time to even take a piss, because this is going to go continually for 90 days, not 9 days, 90.
Yeah, cool. That's cool. Yeah, I'm ready, and it'll be the beginning of a new year.
Yeah. But we
all
got to
that.
start planting the seeds now to get some people to
Yeah, to
understand.
prepare.
Because it's not just the 90-day run for our business. The more I'm watching what they're talking about is overall in the world. People that made their million last year jumped on the bandwagon, realizing that people are at home watching videos.
Yeah.
Get out there in front of them with your videos and start contacting people. So even between doing the 90-day run, you gotta be, shoot a short 10-second clip, put it up on your Instagram reels, and do this stuff and say, hey, I got my spreadsheet going. Hey, see this is how I'm doing this, and keep putting it out 3-4 times a day. There's a couple little things you have to do to keep the momentum going. And then if you do have a free time, like Friday morning, Mark would want to do his content. And I'm just going through, I've got videos I haven't even edited yet for weekly content, and start getting my blog going again and getting this across the Octo content. Because and these leaders don't have a clue about Octo content. I mean, I'm watching in the GoPro group, one woman, well, I syndicate, I started syndicating my reels. I'm thinking, that's great. But if you could understand the power of having your own website and syndicating people going back to that, that's where you get seen and noticed. Lot going on. And it's not for the faint of heart. It's not for people that just take this as a hobby. And that's what I've done over the past years. Is I get into this and I get into that. And I do some videos and I do this. And it's kind of like I'm doing it just to keep me out of the bars and keep me from popping pills and doing whatever.
Right. And even though 90 days sounds like a long time, it's a defined amount of time. It's like we were talking about, a couple of weeks earlier, that we're not looking at the 90 days, we're just looking at today. What do we need to do today? And then tomorrow we're looking at what do we need to do today? Otherwise, 90 days seems
if you break it down and look at it this way, there's 12 months in a year. How much time do you put into it each month? There are 12 weeks in 90 days. Each one of those weeks equals a month. Speed equals action. If you can take a month's worth and condense it into 1 week, and you do that for 12 weeks, that's like taking a year's worth of work into 90 days. It will be life-changing. Like I said, even if you brought 4 people in, for some people that would be not life-changing money, but it may be life-changing to get it in your mind that I can do this. And you start going. The other part of this is that when all these people, the 60,000 people are watching, say, oh yeah, 90 days, I'm going to do Accelerator. They don't understand that beyond the 90 days, you bring these people in, you better have some type of structure behind you, which we have.
That's another thing.
We have all of that.
Already have everything in place.
We
even have
a
company in place. I bet you more than half of those 60,000 people don't even know what kind of company or product they're going to sell.
Or they're in some company that they only half-assed believe in, or maybe it is a scam type company. Maybe they have product that's just crap anyway.
Yeah.
It's totally different for us.
Yeah, we've got everything ready to rock,
And we're in a niche that is probably the #1 niche in the world, which is health.
Yeah.
With a top 10 product of all of them. I mean, there's some good products out there for sure. And that's another thing that comes up in this objection video. Well, these products aren't FDA approved. How can you tell somebody this is the greatest thing in the world? Eric says, well, do you realize that FDA does not approve products? There is no FDA approval on products. It's FDA telling you don't buy that product because it might have this, this, or this in it. So there really is not an FDA approval on any product.
Yeah.
Even when you go to Walmart or Target or anywhere else. Yeah, I'll get that video uploaded. It is really good. And you take notes from all these things and start planning this in your mind.
Yeah.
Makes a big
difference.
And
I've learned too that sometimes you got to watch a video 6 times in a row.
Yeah.
For it to sink in.
When they started this GoPro Friday, the announcer, he says, now look, people, here's what you do. You sit up in your chair and you get there and you watch what's going on. You've got the people that are up here watching, retaining the information every minute. And you got the people that eventually, like an hour in, you're sitting back like this, And next thing you know, 2-3 hours and you're down like this. He goes, all the information is just blowing right by you. He
Now
goes,
you
"Really
fit
not
in
taking-"
with all those other people behind you there.
Yeah.
You look like you're part of everybody. Yeah, there you go. You're part of everybody else now.
So I've been actually up in front of the screen like this. And when they say get up and dance, you get up and dance and keep the excitement going. And when you instill all this in you, if you can keep it going after this ends, and you can get that momentum going with other people, the excitement and the explanations and overcoming objections, and realizing that, number one, the product we have is excellent, the company we have is excellent, the comp plan we have is excellent, and you as a person are excellent. You know what needs to be done. Stand up, know that you're enough, and do it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm changing my whole persona over all this.
Okay.
My
cool.
my personal Facebook page may not reflect it exactly, because I don't want my Facebook page to be completely business all the time.
Mhm.
But if you go to, I'm going to start doing my videos over on my technology page. So when you go over there and you see me excited and pumped up and talking motivation or talking about the product or the company, all you got to do is click my header or click the link in the video, and you're going to go to LifeWave. That's what I want. I don't
And
want to
how,
really.
where are you going to do that? You're going to do that where?
I will probably be doing that on one of my fan pages, and then I
Okay.
can always share those videos over to my personal timeline.
Okay, yeah, that's what I feel. So you're not talking
And-
business, your personal page.
Yeah, so you're not always doing that. Maybe, once every 4 days or something, throw a video or a post up there. And hey, go over here and see this or watch this video. But what people have to overcome is the fact that when you do videos like that, you're going to have your family and closer friends, they're on Facebook looking at you like, come on, you're a joke. Fuck, what the hell you doing out there? I've got a brother that's like that. He knows it all. He knows everything. And I'm an idiot because I'm doing network marketing. Oh, it's a scam. Well, there's no sense in even talking to him. And then he's not on Facebook, thank God, but his son is. And he's another one, just like his dad. Oh yeah, I'll wait until you start. You prove to me you make money on it.
Right, and then
Now-
everybody knocking on the door.
Yeah,
Sure.
and once you start making money and with proof, then they're going to say, well, maybe he did know what he's talking about. Then they'll change their tune a little bit. But you got to be aware of the fact that these people are going to see you. And that's what stops so many people, the fear of being seen by family and friends.
Mhm.
They don't want to be ridiculed.
Yep.
I'm past that point. 64 years old. I'm going to do what I want to do. And if you don't like it, take a freaking hike. Get off my page. Don't look at me. Don't comment. And if you don't want to do it on your own, I'll do it for you.
And what do you think about some people, you can tell what people do, the leaders, like the leaders in LifeWave, you can tell they're top LifeWave distributors because all their stuff is geared about that, all their personal stuff, everything.
And if you watch the leaders of LifeWave, which this is what I'm saying, I'm going to change my persona a little bit. It's great to tell people, oh, live the laptop luxury lifestyle and sit around in your t-shirt all the time. You look like a freaking slob to me. But if you're dressed, maybe a collared shirt, and look presentable, like you are in a business that you work as a business, people will look at you differently. If you talk about it like, look, I belong to LifeWave. I'm in the stem cell business. Do you want to reverse your age? Now's the time to start. Do you want to make extra money by reversing your age? Now's the time to start. We're going to do this 90-day run. Come on in. You can come in for $25, see our meetings for the next few weeks. And if you're ready to go, run with us. If you're not, sit back and be an observer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because these the top leaders in LifeWave, I think all of them have that leadership.
You don't see David Jumper up there walking around in a t-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
He's wearing a sports shirt. Now, of course, he's got $1 billion home, but that doesn't mean that you can't be in your house in a nice area, clean cut, and look like you're conducting business.
Right.
I mean, I'm talking about if you're doing a video. Like if I was talking to somebody on a Zoom, doing this 90-day run, yeah, maybe I would be in a t-shirt. But then again, I think as the Gotti, because that's what I am, the Gotti, to me, when I think of Gotti, I think of John Gotti. Some other younger people may think of Gotti as the rapper Gotti.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you know who he is,
No.
but to me, I also know that the word Gotti is slang in the old country for grandpa, grandma, a leader. That is the slang of a Gotti.
Okay, I didn't know that.
So, well, and a lot of people don't. And that's something I have kind of touched on in videos past, but I'm not going to explain that every time. I mean, it's,
No, but at least you can project that image, you know?
yeah, exactly. So on my little banner where it says Brady Theodore is the Gotti, I'm going to have another little piece made that's got like a silhouette of somebody in a collared shirt, maybe with a brim hat, so, you know, something that says, hey, this guy's professional looking. So anyway, it's part of the personal branding package.
Yeah. And I
Which
like the
they talk
whole, I like the whole motorcycle thing too. I think that's important.
And that's something I've got to do is I got to make a couple posts that shows this is my day job. This is what I look like as the Gotti. And this is what I do for my time off. And it is night and day from seeing me in a suit and tie to seeing me in a leather jacket and a vest.
That's great though. I think it's important. Because it's all about lifestyle, you know, it's about creating lifestyle. So
Exactly.
same thing with me. I'm going to focus more on music and
Well, when you put those posts up about Baja, you're sitting there, you know, listening
Yeah,
to
that too.
mariachi, saying, tricky. If you start octo content and that stuff,
yeah,
it'd be everywhere. Or
Yeah,
not
me
even
too. I'm
octo
in the same
content,
boat. I need to start getting more of
but
that.
doing the reels, Instagram reels with that type of stuff. Not so much a Facebook video. Facebook does not have the reach. It just
I
doesn't.
know. It's just your friends.
But I noticed yesterday on my fan page, now I've got stories and reels. I don't have the reels on my personal timeline yet. They're rolling this out slowly.
Okay, what do they have? What
Real.
did you see there?
Well, right now you have stories on your timeline,
Stories on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you've got stories on well, you got reels on Instagram,
Reels
you've
on
got stories on LinkedIn, and stories is like on Facebook is 27 seconds. LinkedIn, I think, is 17 seconds. But when you go to reels, you can run it up to, I think, 3 minutes.
Okay.
It's almost a short video.
Right. And the
Instead
17
of just
seconds, what people do is they put a story after a story after a story.
Right, which breaks it up. And on your stories, the most people that see that are people you're already friends with.
Mhm.
Reels goes out across. You get
Yeah.
much further reach on reels. And that's why Instagram reels are really taking off. And that's
But-
why
but-
Facebook's moving it.
But I do know on
if
Facebook.
you have
Yeah,
if you
go ahead,
guys
Dee.
have a Facebook, if you guys have a Facebook fan page and you have an Instagram business page,
Yeah.
Facebook allows you to schedule your posts for both Facebook and Instagram from their Facebook business scheduler.
Right.
And if you share a reel on your, or even a video on your Instagram page into your stories, it'll automatically be shared back to your Facebook story.
Yeah.
So in that sense, that octo content like type of system is kind of happening there. So you can have a reel on Instagram and share it to your Facebook story. And then it'll look like you said, different stories back to back, but it'll be the same reel.
Right.
Mm.
Yep.
And chopped though, right?
Say it again.
And chopped on Facebook, so it'll be there. I think they're 17 seconds long.
Yeah.
Video, right?
Whatever the time limit is, but the point is that you still get it. And then on Facebook, they still go into like interesting, like you can still have it sent to pages where people that don't follow you can still see it. Because I see reels all the time of people that I don't follow on my
Yeah, on
like
reels.
on the Facebook page. No. I mean in Facebook. When I go
On
into Facebook, I only go into Facebook for you guys' group, but then at the top of my page, there'll be a whole line of stories of people that I don't follow. I think they're recommended or maybe they're mutuals, but I can see it.
It's not, I think if you may have liked a post or comment on somebody else's post, you may pick up on their stories.
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
But it,
So
but it is mainly,
Strategy is one, building up your friends list on Facebook by going into like-minded groups like Eric Worre groups or motorcycle groups or guitar groups.
right,
And friending those people, but also liking on their posts and commenting on their posts. Now that algorithm starts showing you their stuff, and they start seeing your stuff, and not only do they see your stuff, their friends see your stuff too. Now you're reaching more people on Facebook.
Right. Right. Yeah, I noticed that the one I put up yesterday or Friday night, I was driving, I shot a video, I took a clip out of it, the skills video. I had like 24 people look at that. And when I went in, I had 5 people like it that aren't friends of mine. So of course I started writing to each one of them, message them, hey, what's up? You like my video? How you doing? 2 of them responded. And one of them I'm friends with. One of them responded and said, who the hell are you? Well, I took a screenshot of the video. I said, I'm this guy. You like my video? Well, they've never written back, so that helps you.
Yeah. And the other thing, the other strategy about Facebook and their algorithms is Facebook really likes comments and likes or hearts. And it's kind of a ratio and algorithm. You're better off putting up a video that gets 50 likes and 50 comments than putting up a video that gets nothing.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
So you're in other words, people always try to get a big like 5,000 friends on Facebook, but it's actually the opposite. You want those friends to be interacting. If you don't have friends interacting, get rid of them, because you want as many likes and comments. Otherwise, your stuff doesn't get shown.
And I don't have a lot of friends on Facebook. I mean, that's for whatever reason. I've got like 700. That's it. Because I don't send out a lot of friend requests, not until recently. And I don't accept friend requests from people who just say, friend. No,
Yeah.
not going to happen. I
Yeah.
don't know anything
Now
about
what
you.
I do with that is I go and look at their profile, and if they have friends in common and they look like they have a real life, not just some bullshit posts, which happens a lot, then they're a real person, and then
Because more than likely there's some type of scammer,
there's tons
some low level marketer that just will say, hey, you're into Bitcoin? Hey, you like Forex?
Yeah, exactly. And they're getting
Oh
better.
my
They're
God, I
getting
hate
better
that
at
all the
making
time.
profile. Yeah.
Mm.
Go ahead, Rod.
I was just laughing about that because I get that all the time with the Bitcoin. Here's another thing. I'm in a couple groups that are we're all business like people. We're all in different companies where we'll go in and the administrator will post in the group, and what we do is we'll go to her post and we'll like her post and comment on it. And then what we do is we copy our link to a post that we have on our Facebook wall, post it in the group, and then everybody in the group will go in and they can go to the link and that'll take you right to your page where you can like it and make comments on it. And then when we're done with that, we go back to the post and we comment that we like the post. It's done. So it shows that,
Is that the group that you just invited me into? I think you sent me an invite.
No, that's a different group actually, but that wouldn't be a bad idea for us to do in our LoveBoat community. That way, if you're posting something, copy the link, put it in the group chat or into a group where everybody that's part of the group can go in and like the post, comment on the post. That'll get more posts and more likes on your original Facebook post. And that will actually increase, that actually helps the algorithm with Facebook.
Yeah. Cool. We'll start doing that. We're out of time.
That was
Yeah, it
fast,
goes by
Kyle.
quick, doesn't it? But I think today
Yeah.
was a good conversation. If we could continue, get me that link if you can, Brady. And
As
I think
soon
we
as I
should
get it-
focus. We'll focus
As soon
these
as I get
calls
it up and going.
on getting ready for the 90-day challenge.
Yeah, I would prepare yourself for Tuesday night because I think it's going to be a really good meeting.
For sure. Yeah, we'll see what everybody's up to. Okay, awesome. Have a great day.
So much.
too.
Thanks, Don.
Enjoy your
Thanks, everybody. Have a good day.
Enjoy your GoPro today.
That
Bye,
was, thanks,
Jan.
guys.
Tell
Yeah,
Erica.
bye,
to
Bye, Dee.
Bye, Jan.
Okay.
Bye, Jan.